name's Donald Rogers. I am 65. Well, I was born in Salinas, California, and lived in Texas most of my life. Well, I was 18 years old, and I guess because my dad always told me that I would never make anything of myself, I just decided, well, I'm going to go in the service and go to Vietnam. And so that's went and signed up, and February, March, 2 months later, I was going to Fort Polk, Louisiana, and I stayed and did my basic there. Then I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Then out of Leonard Wood, I went straight to Vietnam. It was real hot, very muggy, and it didn't seem any different to me than Fort Polk. It looked about the same. And I went over as an engineer the first time, but it didn't last long. As soon as I got there, I was transferred to being a door gunner. And then I just evolved from there. Daily life was fairly repetitious. You go look on a wall and find out what mission you're going on, what time you're going, if you're going at night, and who's you got to be your crew. It's just there, and then when you get off your mission, you just come back and clean up, sit around, drink a beer or something, and go to sleep, get up the next morning and do the same thing. Every day is just the same thing. But it was different because I got to go to different places. One time I'd be down in South Vietnam, next time I'd be in North Vietnam, sometime I'd be over in Cambodia, next time I'd be over in Laos. One minute I'd be picking up other soldiers, next minute I'd be hauling a chopper out that's got shot down. You know, it was very interesting. And there's times we have our combat. I took a lot of pictures while I was over there because the country is a beautiful country. And I was very impressed with how clean the skies were. There was no smog. It was just, the clouds were like cotton candy. I mean, it was just beautiful. And I kept taking pictures of everything, the trees, flying around, everything I could take pictures, because one thing I wanted to bring back was the real thing that Vietnam was like. And from my point of view, not some over-exaggerated, you know, taking a picture and over-exaggerating it. And so that's why I took a lot of movies and a lot of stuff, memories. There was no way I could capture what I saw over there. There's no way. Cameras just don't do it. It don't. Back in '69, and when I went back on my second tour in Nam, I was supposed to be on this helicopter and going out on a mission. And my foot was on the back of the chopper, and a guy come up and hit me on the shoulder just before I was getting on the chopper, and said that CO wanted to see me, so he took my place. And so as I walked up the flight line, I looked back and saw my chopper go up in the air, turn upside down, and killed everybody in it. When the chopper crashed, I guess I was in some type of a shock, because I don't remember hardly anything after that. I don't even remember getting out of the service. I'm trying to piece it back. Even at the crash itself, I remember it a little different than my pilot's brothers, the information that they got. Very close, but I thought it was like a morning mission, because most all my missions were mornings, but it wasn't. It was at night. So by locating the pilots, I learned a lot about what happened. It made me remember some things. And that's why I went to the VA Medical Center in Waco. I went through PTSD to try to remember some stuff, not to get help in any other way. I just want to get my memory back. And it has been successful. And everybody has a different post-traumatic stress. What causes it? Mine was the crash. Everything else I did over there, all the firefights, everything I was in, the crash we went down in, didn't bother me. But this crash bothered me. I was supposed to be on it. That's what bothered me about that crash. And why was I called off? Within 2 seconds, I would have been on that chopper. You know, why? Maybe it was so I'm sitting here today. Maybe that's the reason why. Who knows? So about 3 years ago, I happened to get onto the computer, and for some reason I just typed in my company's address, and up came this, ironically, up came this article about this same crash. I didn't think anybody ever remembered that. And so I contacted the person that wrote this article, which was the brother of one of my pilots, Lieutenant Price. And then we just kept corresponding back and forth, and it just more and more evolved. And so one day I just woke up and something told me to get out there and build a wall. Give a place to honor these guys and any other veteran that's living or deceased, put their name on the wall. A place where they can have it. And so that's what I did. Got up and built this wall, and it just kept going and going and going, and everybody stopping, and people coming out from the newspaper company writing up articles, and it's going very well. The main plaque has all the names of the guys that were on my crew that died in my place. That's the memorial for them. But the rest of the wall has veterans all the way from Massachusetts to California, Florida, to honor all veterans. Like that's the purpose of the wall, is to honor any person that's been in the military or is in the military. They have to have a home. Their name has to be honored. There's a lot of people out there that some of them don't even want their names on walls. But if somebody wants to honor that person, just so that a person goes by and says, wow, I know him, or, well, that's good, or make somebody feel good about seeing that name on the wall, that's what it's about. I accomplished it. I built it. I did whatever was in my brain thinking about. It surpassed what I thought it was going to be. And the satisfaction I get is when people come by and put their names on the wall. You know, a next person can, well, I really like this, and I think I want to put my dad's name on here. Now that makes me feel good, because that person is recognized, finally. You know, not forgot about. Life is beautiful. I mean, you can look at anything that bad happens to you, and if you really look at it, you can find that there's something good about it. You can tear it down, just like taking a sentence and tearing a sentence down. You can find something good about something bad that happened. And that's the way I look at everything. And I'm thankful for everything I got. I love my place. I love what I've done. I go out, I look at the stars. I like it. And I like the flowers. I mean, I like everything that I do. And I'm probably one of the most luckiest people there is on earth.